This year I've learned a lot while taking Human Resource Management 1101. I've learned that three things are very important for business. The first would be strategy. You need to have a good strategy going into any part of business that you're going into, whether it's a meeting, um, looking to hire a new employee. If you're doing anything, you need to have a good strategy going into it, a plan of attack. So, good plan of attack would be having goals set up, long-term goals, short-term goals, goals for your firm, goals for yourself. Make sure you understand the goals that your employee might have that you're looking to hire. That goes hand in hand with communication, which is the second thing I'd like to talk about. If you're not able to communicate properly or in a good way with the people you work with or the people above or below you, then you're going to have a difficult time in the business world getting along. So you have your boss, you have the people underneath him, the coworkers, this whole line. Everyone needs to be able to communicate within this line here. But people above also need to be able to relay information back to them. And if they can't do that, then they're going to have a really tough time doing well in their firm. So communication is definitely key. And also, the other thing I learned about this year, very important, which I've also known about, is leadership. If you're not a good leader, then you're going to struggle a lot in the business world. You're going to struggle doing basic tasks. You're not going to be able to communicate. You're not going to be able to be strong. You're not going to actually do very much if you can't lead. You need to be able to tell your team, communicate with your team, tell them what they need to do, what it is that needs to be done, and when, how it needs to be done. And back to communication, if the leader cannot relay what needs to be done to their employees, or they rather don't understand what they should be doing, they're going to not be able to get along. So this relationship needs to be very strong. The leader needs to be able to communicate to the underneath, and the underneath needs to be able to understand what it is that they're doing. So if the lower workers can't necessarily get the job done, then the leader should then be able to see what they should be doing instead of what they are doing. So that's something very important. If you're in the wrong position, then you should change your role where the leader should recognize that. Or you could just go to your employer and tell them that you don't really know what it is that you should be doing and that you'd like a different position. You're better suited here. Rather. For example, if you're in direction instead of videography or whatever it may be, you should be taking videos instead of stills, then you should tell your employee that instead of waiting along and wasting time. So the three most important things I've learned this year: strategy, communication, and leadership, which I've all taken to heart, and I feel like I've learned from them this year a lot, my place of work, and really in life in general. It's been a great class so far.